Hello, everyone. So I'd like to talk a little bit about assignment number three, um, and uh, and give you a short tutorial on the notion of creating an illustration where you are tasked with reducing realism. And the purpose of this assignment is to really get you to think about what is the most important uh, elements that need to be kept in in your work and what you need to eliminate because it's not going to be really efficient visual information processing. So hopefully you've done the reading by now and you've seen some of the different solutions that are shown in the book. And I want to show you some examples of a process that you could employ for creating a topographical illustration. So let me share my screen. Okay. In this particular example, I have decided that I'm going to be working with a topography of the state of California. So I did do some online search and I found this topo map here of California. And then the process begins with step one, which is to use the pen tool over here and to basically outline the state all the way from the upper left-hand corner. You can work in a clockwise fashion or a counterclockwise fashion. In this instance, I chose not to include any of the islands, just just the border of the state. And when I was done with that process, um, I'll just turn this one off because we don't need it. Let's see. I came to this final piece of artwork, which is right here. Right, so this is essentially my work from step one, and I scaled it up and I moved it into the center of my 10-inch by 10-inch artboard, and I wanted to then use some interesting elements that I could fill that space with that would be a little bit more dynamic and create a more of a story here. And so what I did is I ended up crafting these small little cogs. Some of them I actually just grabbed from some vector art that I had already had previously. And I just filled them from top to bottom into the space of the state. And so I chose to actually change the colors because of the story that I was trying to tell, which was this sort of expansion of healthcare uh, for the client that I was working with at the time, which is what this project is for. And let's see. Okay. And once I was done, I eliminated that outer black stroke line and I ended up with this. So as you can see here, I have all of these different objects that I've used to fill. And this part of the process was very arduous because I needed to actually create different sized objects and also fill in where there was a lot of empty space. So the process was time consuming and required a lot of scaling. And as you see, there's only about 5 or 6 different shapes here. So each of the shapes had to be repeated, scaled, either colored to a variety of colors, and then positioned so that it created this sort of tight arrangement of all the different elements. So this could work for assignment number three. I'm giving you the option of creating something from topography, like the one that I just showed you here. You can also find a process similar to what's shown in the book with the heart and the lungs, which would be a medical process. or something even mechanical like a wind turbine and how that works, etc. The point here is to start with that photograph and outline the important shapes, decide where you want to minimize your artwork and eliminate pieces of the art where there's sort of visual noise, as the textbook refers to, um, and see how actually see where you want to add in some visual noise, and then also see where you need to kind of create more of a realism for your artwork, and where you need to make edits. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to send me an email with your rough work. I always suggest starting with a pencil and a sketchbook. So I'm happy to give you feedback personally. That's what this is all about. And enjoy, have fun.